Okay guys, welcome back to the channel and I hope everyone's doing well and thank you for tuning in for this video. This is one of the videos guys that I've been speaking about doing since a couple of months ago, even on my live. I'm getting a lot of questions asking how people can get more power out of their M52 engines because a lot of people have the 523i, 525i, 528i in the US and the same for the 323i, 325i, 328i. This excludes the four-wheel drive system, as obviously a four-wheel drive system has another ECU and this cannot be altered, and this will cause, do not even attempt this on your four-wheel drive system, as this will cause you to run complete loss of power. The mod I'm going to show you today is how to get more power out of them cars and how to get them. So if you've got a 325 of the single disvalve, how to release the full power of the 250 bhp, the same as what my one has on my M52 B30. Now many of you guys don't know this, but BMW locked this away, and the only way you can do this is via coding and programming software, which I'm going to show you how you get into that and how you manipulate the system to get more power out of your cars via the ECUs on what controls the power to be able to unlock the power. Because BMW, obviously, when you buy a standard car, like I said to you on one of my previous videos, you get very low power compared to the M Sports. So we're going to call this how to unlock the M power on any BMW, providing it is an X-Drive. X-Drive ones you cannot do. That is truly because they have another module for the four-wheel drive system, and the four-wheel drive system use a complete different gear ratio to what the M normal ones do with the rear-wheel drive system. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how you get into the system and how you unlock this. Now these are locked from factory. The reason they do this is to just give low power because you're paying for a cheaper car. But then after many years, if you wanted to change that, you could. But BMW doesn't tell a lot of people how to do this. So I'm going to show you guys how you unlock it. So if you do have a 523, 525i, 528i, or even a 530i, a standard one, which ain't M Sport and it's only running 230 brake, this mod that I'm going to show you will unlock your full power, and you'll see it on my car, which will give you the full 258 bhp, and a lot of people don't know how to do this. So this is why I'm going to show you how to unlock it. So as you can see guys, I've got the new laptop which I was telling you about on the lives. These are the new ones I'm going to be selling on Nathan's website. These are the tough books. As you can see, all the programs are loaded on them already. They come loaded. Obviously I've got the icon running out to the car. It's all connected. I'm going to be showing you now how to unlock the M Power, as we call it here, on how to do it all properly and how to configure it. But let me just state to you again, this does not apply to the 550i, the 545i, as this is already unlocked as standard because you've already got the M Sport package there. You don't need to unlock them. They've already got the full power class set. So to change the power class, that's what we're going to be doing, is changing the power classes in all the modules to get you the full M Power. And you're going to see on mine, on my 530i, mine already has it. So I don't need to do this, but this is what you need to do to unlock the full M Power on your cars. So as you can see guys, we have now just locked the icon with easy connectors I've shown you all the time. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go to NCS Expert. Now you need to use NCS Expert for this because it's the only way to do it. So with NCS Expert, what you're going to want to do is go to load a profile, and obviously I'm just going to load the default profile because I don't need to. It's just to show you guys what you need to unlock in here. And then what you're going to want to do is read it from the CAS, which is NFA, which will be the E60. And obviously you just click E60 and you click cancel, and then what you're going to want to do is read the CAS. Now the CAS holds all the information to the DME, and that's why we need to get into that. So then what you want to do is process ECU, and then what you're going to do is process the first one, 6B MOT, which is going to be your ECU itself. So then what you want to do is coding date and lesson, so that means read the module. Then what you're going to do is do execute job. Now it's read it, so it's MSV V70 CO3. So then what you're going to do is load up NCS dummy, like right here. Then once it loads, you're going to get that FSW PSW trace file. Then what you're going to do is go into E60 here, go into here, and then we remember what it was MSV 70 CO2 or CO3. I need to go back and check, but I think it was CO3. And then what we do, it was CO3. So there we go. Now what we do is we'll load up the trace file, which is right here. I don't know if you guys can see it. Now what you'll see is all the values here. Now that's for the check engine light. Now this is the one you need to change, the speed governor coding. You need to change that to 2. That's the first one that you need to change for any speed differences. Next one is the power class. Now as you can see, mine set on 2. Majority of you who do this are going to realize yours is set on 1. You need to change that to 2. Change this to 2, because if it ain't changed, you won't get the full beneficial of the power. The rest of it, ignore. The rest of it's not relevant. So what you need to do is just change that power class 2. Most of you, if you do this, will see it's set to 1. Make sure you change that. That's the first one. The next one is in the CAS. So then what you want to do is go back to there, and you want to change it in the CAS. These two communicate with each other. You need to change it in the CAS and the your DME as well. So as you can see, I've got it on code and data lesson. We're going to execute the job. Now it's CAS2C05, which is my one. So now what you want to do is you want to go here, and you want to go up to CAS2C05, which is here, which was the last one, the only one. Then what you want to do is read the FSW trace file again. Now in your CAS, you'll have everything related to it. Now make sure all of these are correct. So you want to have gasoline direct injection, leave it as 6-cylinder, leave your transmission correct, and leave it as a sedan. Leave your chassis as E60, don't change anything on this car, and leave all your engine displacements because they're all set like that anyway from factory. You don't need to change the country over either. You don't need to change the transmission type. Now as you'll see here, my power class is set to 2. Make sure your guys' one is set to 2 as well. You need to have them power classes matching. If they don't match, you won't get the full power. That's what you need to change right there, the power class. You guys, and if you don't believe me, go and load up NCS Expert. You guys will be set on 1. Anyone with a 550i or anything, 545i will already have that. Like I say, anyone with 525i or 523i will have it set on class 1. Now that's the way you change them to get the full power. The next one you need to do is the EGS, which is going to be your gearbox. So what you do is come here, click on EGS, click the module, then what you're going to do is just execute job. Now when you read the gearbox, you'll then get GK11, that's my gearbox, which it doesn't relate to everyone. Any pre-LCI cars can have this done, any LCI cars cannot have this done. So now what we're doing is finding the gearbox, which will be this one. And now what we're going to do is read the trace file from the gearbox, right here. And now what you want to do, as you can see, the electric interlock, these are the parameters. You want to leave that all enabled, and then you want to move this one, ISO OBD, to value 4. That one right there for the gearbox. You have to change that one as well, as the car will not drive and it won't shift gears properly as quick as it's meant to. That's to change the gear shift ratio to OBD. So make sure you change that port. So there you go, guys. This is how you unlock the full M class. Once you change all them settings, you'll have very high amount of power on the car. So if you've got 230 brake, this will ramp it up to 258. You don't need the 3-stage manifold to do this. And the same for if you've got 523, I think you'll have 193. That will push you to the full 230 brake. BMW don't explain this at all very well. So that's why I'm trying to explain it to you. They will not tell you how to do this because they don't want you to do this, because the way they see it, you bought a low class car, you stick at a low class car. I'm now showing you how you can unlock the full M power from your car. So please be careful when you do this. Sometimes you might need to flash it with the right program file for that spec as well. So if you've got a 525 and you change the class, you might have to flash it with 530i mapping, but that's very slim chance. That's like a 5% chance you'll have to do that. Most of the time this works. I've done this on the E61 that we've got, and it's worked very, very well, to the point it's got full complete power. And I don't even know, like I said, I didn't even expect that car to have that much power, but believe me, that car shifts now. And like I'm trying to say to you, if you want to do this and you want to do this properly, follow the way I've just showed you how to do it to get into it, and change them settings. I'm guaranteeing you guys, you'll be on value 1. Change them to value 2. You will then unlock the full M power class that you need for your car. And then when you've done that, you'll then have full power like my 530i. You do not need a 3-stage manifold. If you do want to bolt the 3-stage manifold on after, you can do that, but you don't have to. It's not a must. So please note, guys, I take no responsibility for this, as this is a do-it-yourself. As I've showed you, it's worked on my cars. When you do it, it's all down to your car. As I'm telling you guys, don't try and do it to an XI car. It will not work. This will only work on the pre-LCIs, also not the LCI cars. So I take no responsibility if you guys go and do this on your LCI cars. That's down to you. It may work, it may not work. I'm not saying it will. Like I say, I've done this on my E61. It worked. You guys can go and try it, and it probably will work, like I'm saying to you. But this is all down to you. It's a risk you take, like I say. So please don't come back to me if it don't work, because obviously you've got to then do probably other adjustments with the programming files and things like that. I did it on E61. It didn't need to be flashed because it already had an MSV70 ECU, so it works straight away. It may work for you guys as well. If you've got MSV70 under there, check your ECUs. If you have it, it'll probably work immediately. Like I'm saying, guys, I hope you'd enjoyed this video. This is BMW Dr. Dean here. Thank you very, very much for watching. And just remember, guys, if you've got an LCI, this will not work with a new gear shifter because they've got a different setup on a different security system on the gearbox. But if you've got a pre-LCI like I have with the old style gear shifter, this will work. So believe me, this does work if you've got the old pre-LCI. You cannot do this on the LCIs. Thank you very much for watching, guys. It's BMW Dr. Dean here, and goodbye.